Welcome back to the channel. Today we're uncovering a royal story where centuries of tradition collide with the urgent challenges of the present day. King Charles III. The head of Britain's royal family finds himself at a crossroads filled with tension and uncertainty. What was meant to be a peaceful summer retreat has been shaken by a startling warning from a senior royal figure, a warning that could change everything. This isn't just whispers from behind palace walls. It's a turning point that could send ripples through the very foundation of the House of Windsor. The decisions made now won't just echo today. They'll shape the monarchy for generations ahead. Will King Charles take this counsel to heart, or will he stand his ground against the storm? Share your thoughts, comment a 1 if you feel the weight of this moment, or a 0 if you see it differently. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss the next royal twist. The deeper concern lies in the collective risk the York family poses to the monarchy's public image. The issue isn't limited to the possibility of future scandals, but also the fact that their closeness keeps past controversies alive. The enduring connection between Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson alone has the power to reignite unpleasant memories of past scandals, dragging the monarchy back into shadows it has worked hard to leave behind. Even in the absence of fresh incidents, their mere proximity can keep old wounds open and weaken the image of stability King Charles is determined to build. Though Loney avoids rehashing every detail, his message remains crystal clear. The shadow of Prince Andrew's past still hangs heavily over the crown. From his ties to Jeffrey Epstein to the sexual assault allegations, the scandals have left scars that time has not erased. These unresolved stains continue to haunt the monarchy's reputation. The Yorks' closeness to the royal family, while not sparking new controversies on its own, keeps those wounds exposed. It is this proximity, not just potential new scandals, that threatens to undermine the modern transparent image King Charles is striving so hard to cultivate. The risk is less about the future and more about the ghosts of the past still lingering in the present. For those who follow the royal family closely, Andrew Loney's warnings immediately bring back the deeply unsettling memories of Prince Andrew's ties to Jeffrey Epstein, one of the most damaging scandals in recent royal history. The fallout was swift and brutal. Prince Andrew's disastrous 2019 Newsnight interview only worsened the situation, followed by a civil sexual assault lawsuit that, though settled, led to devastating consequences. He was stripped of all military titles and royal patronages and ultimately removed from public life. Today, his presence is almost entirely erased from official royal activities, leaving behind scars that still linger in the public's mind. For King Charles, still in the early days of his reign, the risks could not be greater. Prince Andrew remains a deeply controversial figure, and his shadow threatens to undermine the king's efforts to present a modern, trustworthy monarchy. Charles is walking a delicate line, protecting family ties on one hand, while ensuring the crown does not become entangled in unwanted scandals on the other. It is a monumental challenge at a moment when the monarchy is already under intense scrutiny, and its stability could hinge on how the king handles this sensitive issue. Charles has made no secret of his vision to slim down the monarchy. His strategy is deliberate, a leaner, more efficient institution that reduces costs, minimizes risks, and shields itself from the fallout of potential controversies. At the heart of this approach lies his determination to safeguard the crown's reputation, not only protecting centuries of tradition, but proving that the monarchy can evolve and endure. With foresight and decisiveness, King Charles is seeking to reshape the royal image for a modern world, presenting it as both resilient and reliable in the face of change. Still, this path is anything but simple. King Charles must constantly weigh the preservation of the monarchy against his deep sense of loyalty to his family. His vision focuses on reducing the visibility of individuals whose reputations have been damaged by public scrutiny. Yet at the same time, Charles maintains close ties with figures like Prince Andrew, whose name has drawn relentless media attention. This contrast underscores the complexity of his mission, building a streamlined, trusted monarchy while navigating the realities of family bonds. Finding the balance between these two forces is one of the greatest challenges he faces at the outset of his reign. Andrew Loney's chilling words. More scandals are about to happen were more than just a blunt prediction. They echoed like a warning bell pointing to deeper fractures within the royal family. His statement reminds us that despite centuries of tradition and grandeur, the monarchy is not immune to the relentless pressures of the modern world. The crown must guard public trust while contending with messy family dynamics. Allegiances to controversial figures such as Prince Andrew carry heavy risks, threatening to erode the stability and credibility the monarchy works so hard to protect. Loney's message may be unsettling, but it stands as a sharp reminder that survival in the modern age requires more than ceremony. It requires transparency, trust, and foresight. Against this backdrop, King Charles's quiet Sunday drive to church seemed to carry new significance. Was it just routine, a search for peace, or a moment of reflection on the weight of choices ahead? Each move he makes now has the power to shape the monarchy's future in profound ways. As he drove alone without a royal escort or the trappings of ceremony, another side of the monarchy appeared, one that was private, contemplative, even vulnerable. Perhaps in that stillness, Charles was weighing how to guide both his family and his nation through the storm. His decisions will not only impact the monarchy's immediate stability, but may also redefine its place in history for generations to come. The recent choices about who remains within the royal circle and who must step back send a powerful signal. King Charles intends to steer the crown with steadiness and resolve. This isn't just about deciding who participates in royal life, it's about safeguarding the monarchy's long-term stability. The king understands that his duty extends beyond preserving heritage and tradition. It also means protecting the institution from influences that could weaken its unity or diminish its prestige. These decisions reveal Charles's willingness to make hard choices when necessary, even if it means creating distance from certain family members to uphold the monarchy's strength and integrity. Still, perhaps it is not as complicated as it appears. King Charles may simply be seeking a quiet moment of calm before the royal family gathers at Balmoral for their annual summer retreat. Known for its deep privacy and tranquility, Balmoral has long served as a sanctuary where the royals can step away from cameras and public pressure. Whether this retreat is part of a larger strategy or simply a chance to pause and recharge, such moments of reflection may offer the clarity the king needs to face the challenges ahead. Each choice, whether tactical or personal, shapes the vision of how he intends to lead the monarchy into the future. This trip offers King Charles a rare chance to pause before returning to the relentless rhythm of royal duty, where every move is observed by the public and the press. To him, Balmoral is far more than a seasonal escape. It is a refuge where he can set aside the burdens of leadership, regain perspective, and prepare for what lies ahead. Some even see this visit as a quiet statement of independence, a subtle reminder that while he lives in a world defined by privilege, ceremony, and protocol, the king still seeks simple, ordinary freedoms, moments of peace that only he can fully appreciate. Still, the Highland tradition endures, seemingly untouched by time. Balmoral remains a sanctuary of peace, where the royal family can withdraw in privacy, surrounded by the serene beauty of the Scottish Highlands. More than just a restful escape, it has become a powerful symbol of continuity, preserving the monarchy's deep-rooted traditions. Each summer, the family gathers there, returning to their origins, reconnecting with one another and with nature, before stepping back into the public eye. For King Charles, who seeks balance in his reign, Balmoral stands as a vital anchor, a reminder that tradition and stability remain at the heart of royal life. And so the Highland tradition carries forward unchanged by the passing years. Balmoral endures as a haven of calm, offering the royal family a chance to retreat into stillness far from the world's gaze. It is more than a place of rest. It is a living emblem of heritage, a space where long-standing customs are preserved and cherished. Every summer, the family returns, strengthening their ties to both each other and the natural world before resuming the duties of public life. For King Charles, this ritual is essential, grounding him as he continues to navigate the responsibilities of leadership. With the Prince and Princess of Wales set to join the King at the Scottish retreat, Balmoral will once again host the gathering of the royal family, carrying forward traditions that define the season. The Princess of Wales, now an indispensable figure in royal life, will accompany her husband for the visit, adding her presence to the family's summer reunion. For the royals, it is more than a holiday. It is a time to nurture bonds and share closeness in Balmoral's quiet, private setting, while continuing their duties away from the spotlight. These gatherings carry deep meaning for the royal family and the public alike, shaping treasured memories that have long defined the royal summer. The arrival of the Prince and Princess of Wales at Balmoral this year is more than just a seasonal tradition. It represents the continuation of a royal heritage carefully safeguarded by the Windsor family for generations. Balmoral is cherished not only for its sweeping landscapes and quiet open grounds, but also as a powerful symbol of privacy and unity. Surrounded by rolling hills and dense forests, it remains one of the few places where the royals can escape the glare of cameras and relentless public scrutiny. Here, they can pause, recharge, and strengthen the family ties that hold them together, all within a rare setting of peace and intimacy far removed from the weight of royal duty. But this year's gathering carries a deeper meaning. Against the backdrop of King Charles's efforts to reshape the monarchy, the summer retreat is no longer just a time for relaxation. It has become a crucial opportunity to renew bonds and gather resolve for the challenges ahead. It is a moment to reflect on the monarchy's direction, define strategies for growth, and prepare for the years to come. For the royal family, Balmoral now serves not only as a retreat, but also as a discreet workshop for innovation, where the crown's legacy is not just preserved, but actively adapted for the demands of modern society. Behind the calm of fishing trips and the warmth of fireside conversations, Balmoral may be hosting some of the most important discussions about the monarchy's future. In light of King Charles's push for a more streamlined and modern structure, these private family gatherings are more vital than ever. Shielded from cameras and media scrutiny, the king and his family can speak freely, exchanging ideas and forming strategies without restraint. Often the decisions that shape the monarchy's course are not made in formal council chambers, but here within the quiet comfort of intimate family moments, where the future of the crown can take shape away from the world's watchful eyes. These private gatherings, hidden from the public eye, are where decisions with far-reaching consequences quietly take shape. It is within this intimate setting that King Charles and the royal family can chart the long-term course of the monarchy while ensuring its stability and growth in the 21st century. What may appear to outsiders as moments of leisure often conceals serious conversations as strategies are carefully weighed and debated. In this discreet, comfortable atmosphere, choices are made that not only define the monarchy's future, but also reinforce the family bonds that are essential to unity and consensus within the royal household. That is why King Charles's recent solitary visit to Crathie Kirk feels so significant in retrospect. On the surface, it seemed like nothing more than a quiet pause for peace and reflection. Yet in reality, it carried deeper meanings symbolizing the inner struggles and tensions the king must navigate as both a monarch and a man. While it may have looked like a brief escape from duty, the visit came at a moment charged with warnings from royal commentators, giving every step he takes added weight. It was a rare chance to seek calm and clarity, but also a period of preparation for the monumental choices still to come. The importance of these moments becomes even clearer when viewed against the backdrop of Andrew Loney's stark warnings. A respected royal biographer, Loney has repeatedly cautioned that unresolved issues tied to Prince Andrew and the York family could ignite new turbulence for the monarchy, warning bluntly that more scandals are likely. His words make Charles's decisions more critical than ever, forcing the king to walk a fine line between duty and loyalty, between protecting the crown's image and preserving family ties. Now, as the Prince and Princess of Wales prepare to join him at Balmoral, the royal family's most storied retreat, the gathering carries an undercurrent of tension. Every eye is on the king's next move, while Loney's warnings echo in the background, adding weight to decisions that could shape the monarchy's path for years to come. The pressing question remains, how can King Charles balance loyalty to his family with his duty to protect the monarchy's image? It is a dilemma with no simple answer, for every decision carries lasting consequences that affect not only his family, but also the future of the crown. Now, standing at a crossroads, Charles must reconcile personal bonds with national responsibility, a challenge that demands careful judgment and steady resolve. How he navigates this moment may define the stability of his reign and shape the way the world views the British monarchy in an age of internal strains and modern pressures. The outcome will not only reveal how King Charles manages the personal challenges within his household, but also determine the long-term resilience of the monarchy itself. As summer deepens in the Highlands, Balmoral Hall will again echo with the laughter of children, the quiet murmur of teacups, and private conversations among family members. More than a seasonal retreat, it serves as a place of connection where everyday moments of togetherness coexist with sober reflections on duty. Behind those quiet walls, strategic discussions about the monarchy's future unfold far from the public gaze, conversations that may ultimately guide not only the crown's direction, but also its fragile relationship with the people it serves. Yet with the York family still casting a shadow of controversy, and Andrew Loney's stark warnings continuing to resonate, even Balmoral's calm cannot fully dispel a sense of unease. Known for its peace and privacy, the estate remains a place of quiet complexity for the king and his family. Every serene walk, every fireside gathering carries unspoken weight, a reminder that in monarchy, personal loyalty and public responsibility are inseparably bound. The balance between the two must be handled with care, for within that balance lies the future of the crown itself. According to those close to the royals, the gatherings at Balmoral often resemble informal summits far removed from the public eye. Here, family ties merge with political instincts, and the monarchy's future is quietly shaped without the constant weight of media scrutiny. What may appear to be relaxed conversations often hides strategic planning where choices are made and directions set, decisions whose long-term consequences are impossible to predict. In this private setting, the royal family can confront looming risks while also laying the foundations for the crown's stability and growth in the years to come. While the public sees only smiling photographs and light-hearted family moments behind the scenes, King Charles may be quietly redrawing boundaries and reshaping the monarchy's image for the decade ahead. The joyful scenes presented to the outside world mask a far-reaching strategy. Charles knows that while royal traditions hold immense symbolic power, each internal family decision can alter how the world perceives the crown. By keeping these choices private, he is carefully crafting a monarchy that remains rooted in heritage, yet agile enough to meet the demands of the 21st century. Every decision King Charles makes today carries echoes that reach far beyond the green slopes of the Scottish Highlands. These choices are not only about the present, they will shape how the monarchy is seen for generations to come. The crown is more than a symbol of authority. It is a cornerstone of national identity and tradition. That is why the king must think beyond the immediate moment, making decisions that safeguard stability and resilience while ensuring the monarchy continues to evolve in step with the values of modern society. The shadow of Andrew Loney's warning still lingers, yet King Charles's determination to protect the crown remains steadfast. Loney's cautions about the risks tied to the York family and the scars of past controversies are factors the king cannot ignore as he charts the monarchy's course. Even under pressure and uncertainty, Charles demonstrates an unwavering commitment to his role, showing he is prepared to defend the monarchy from turmoil while preserving the legacy and dignity of the dynasty he has inherited. This moment invites profound questions about the monarchy's quiet inner workings and the enormous challenge of safeguarding traditions that have endured for centuries. King Charles must answer not only to the expectations of the public and the constant eye of the media, but also to the weight of history itself. Each step must be measured with care, striking a balance between honoring heritage and adapting to modern realities. The decisions he makes now will not only shape the monarchy's immediate stability, but also determine how future generations will view the crown and the values it represents. Now King Charles stands before one of the most difficult choices of his reign, whether to heed Loney's warning and deliberately distance the monarchy from the York family in order to protect its image. In recent years, the British monarchy has endured relentless scrutiny with the scandals linked to Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, leaving lasting damage. Remaining close to them risks reopening old wounds and fueling fresh criticism, potentially undermining the crown's credibility. Yet stepping away poses another dilemma. Would it mean turning his back on the family loyalty that has long defined the House of Windsor? It is a delicate balance with no easy answer, a decision where every outcome carries consequences not only for individual members, but also for the monarchy's future. Thank you so much for joining us in today's video. Now we'd love to hear from you. Should King Charles take Andrew Loney's advice and distance himself from the York family, shaping a monarchy that's free from scandal and aligned with the values of the 21st century? Or should the royals stand together no matter what, putting loyalty and bloodline above all else? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Type 1 if you agree with this story, or 0 if you see it differently. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and be sure to click on the next video appearing on your screen for even more royal insights. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.